Uncovering America's underwater city, the lost world beneath the waves. The discovery beneath the deep. It began as a routine sonar mapping mission off the coast of Florida. Calm seas, clear skies, and nothing out of the ordinary. But then, the ocean spoke. A sharp signal pulsed through the scanner, rhythmic, structured, unnatural. At first, the team thought it was a shipwreck, but as the drones descended, the camera feed revealed something that shouldn't exist. A perfectly straight line, a road paved in stone, running deep beneath the sand. "Are we looking at ruins?" whispered Dr. Maya Harris, the expedition leader. "If this is man-made, it's older than anything we've ever found in America." The drone light glided over broken pillars, grand stairways, and carvings of faces that stared from the ocean floor, silent, majestic, covered in coral and centuries of mystery. News spread like wildfire. Scientists discover possible lost city beneath American waters. Media networks called it America's Atlantis. But what they had found was far stranger and far older. Within weeks, a full expedition launched. Submarines equipped with high-resolution scanners swept the area. What they found stunned even the most skeptical researchers. A massive city-like formation stretching for miles. Circular plazas, collapsed towers, a temple complex at the center, all built from a kind of limestone not native to the region. CGI reconstructions showed a brilliant white city along an ancient coastline, glowing with life thousands of years ago. But one mystery haunted them all. Who built it? The carvings on the ruins bore patterns similar to Native American tribal symbols. Yet the carbon dating results shattered every timeline. They were over 10,000 years old, older than the pyramids of Egypt. "This changes everything," said Dr. Harris in disbelief. "We might be looking at the birthplace of civilization on American soil." As the divers explored deeper, they found something astonishing. A massive stone face half buried in sand, eyes open as if still watching the sea. Inside one of the collapsed chambers, a metallic ring shimmered faintly, etched with glowing blue lines that flickered like circuits. "It's not possible," one diver muttered. "This looks like technology." Suddenly, a violent tremor shook the seafloor. The current rose, sand swirled, and the feed went dark. When the video returned, the divers had vanished from the radar. Only static and a faint rhythmic sound pulsing from the deep. Almost like a heartbeat. The awakening below. 2 days later, U.S. government vessels surrounded the area. Officials declared the site a restricted marine research zone. Dr. Harris and her team were ordered to hand over all footage. But one recording survived, secretly copied before the lockdown. In that file, the camera captured a scene no one could explain. An enormous circular, gate-like structure buried in rock, covered with symbols glowing faintly underwater. The light seemed to move, pulsing slowly, as if alive. "What if it's not just ruins?" Dr. Harris said quietly in the recovered audio. "What if it's still functioning?" Local native tribes along the Gulf Coast had told ancient legends of a great shining city that fell into the sea when the gods turned the sky to fire. They called it Anamaqua, the city that sleeps beneath the waves. Legend said its people mastered the oceans, using light and sound to move great stones and control water flow. When they defied the heavens, the sea rose to swallow their empire. And now, for the first time, those myths were echoing back from deep under the modern American coastline. Weeks passed. Then, in the middle of a tropical storm, all sonar devices in the region went offline. Satellite footage showed strange blue glows rising from beneath the waves. fishermen reported feeling vibrations through their hulls, like the ocean was breathing. The government denied everything. But in private circles, leaked audio spread online, a deep hum resonating from the ocean floor, rhythmic, mechanical, and alive. What if it's not just ruins? Dr. Harris said quietly in the recovered audio. What if it's still functioning? Local native tribes along the Gulf Coast had told ancient legends of a great shining city that fell into the sea when the gods turned the sky to fire. They called it Anamaqua, the city that sleeps beneath the waves. Legend said its people mastered the oceans, using light and sound to move great stones and control water flow. When they defied the heavens, the sea rose to swallow their empire. And now, for the first time, those myths were echoing back from deep under the modern American coastline. Weeks passed. Then, in the middle of a tropical storm, all sonar devices in the region went offline. Satellite footage showed strange blue glows rising from beneath the waves. Fishermen reported feeling vibrations through their hulls, like the ocean was breathing. The government denied everything. But in private circles, leaked audio spread online, a deep hum resonating from the ocean floor, rhythmic, mechanical, and alive. What if it's not just ruins? Dr. Harris said quietly in the recovered audio. What if it's still functioning? In one final mission, before the area was fully sealed, a private research submersible captured a breathtaking view. The ruins shifting, massive stone blocks sliding into place, as if the city itself was rebuilding. Then, silence. No transmission, no data, no crew. Today, the coordinates of the American Atlantis remain classified, but divers still claim to see faint lights beneath the waves at night, forming shapes that vanish when approached. Dr. Harris's last message, sent hours before her disappearance, remains the final clue. The city isn't dead, it's waiting. As the ocean swallows the sun and the horizon turns gold, a faint glow flickers beneath the water, the forgotten heart of a civilization once lost, now stirring again. The narrator closes with haunting calm. We thought we knew America's history, but beneath the waves, a story still breathes, older than time itself. Uncovering America's underwater city, the lost world beneath the waves. The world discover history. The call from the deep. The ocean was silent for weeks. No signals, no dives, no traces of the team that vanished. Just the endless rhythm of the waves, hiding what slept below. Then the world began to feel it. Coastal radar stations across the Atlantic started picking up strange low-frequency pulses, a repeating pattern coming from deep beneath the continental shelf. It wasn't natural. It was mathematical. Every 6 hours, a new pulse echoed, a message in sound, coded in rhythm. Experts called it a seismic anomaly, but others began to whisper. The city was speaking. In Washington, a closed meeting gathered inside a windowless room. Leaked documents later revealed the operation's name, Project Abyss. Its purpose? To investigate and contain whatever was waking beneath American waters. Dr. Harris's data was classified, but her notes described something extraordinary. The pulses weren't random. When plotted, they formed a map, lines crossing the entire Atlantic Ocean, converging on one point, the Bermuda Triangle. She was right all along, whispered one analyst. It's not one city, it's a network. Meanwhile, strange events unfolded along the coastline. Whales began migrating toward the area, hundreds of them, moving in synchronized patterns. Fishermen reported bioluminescent creatures gathering near the surface, glowing in the same rhythm as the underwater pulses. And at night, locals claimed they could hear a deep hum through the water, like a choir of ancient voices rising from the sea. It's not a sound you hear, it's a sound you feel, inside your bones. A private research vessel, the Argo, secretly entered the restricted zone. Its captain, a retired Navy engineer named John Mercer, had lost his brother during the first dive. He wasn't there for science. He was there for answers. Equipped with prototype scanners, the Argo descended. At 1,200 feet, visibility dropped to 0. Then, the glow appeared. Golden light rippled across the sand like a heartbeat. The ruins below were shifting again, rising from the seabed,